Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
original manifestation of Meenakshi in flesh and blood and the embodied manifestation of Meenakshi as a deity are one and the same. We are now going to witness the darshan of Devi Meenakshi and Samasandaresh Swami. Darshana means to obtain the. We are indeed to have the darshan of both the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is the Paramavatara, the Nijavatara of Meenakshi, Sundareshwara, along with the Archavatara there in Kailasa, Madurai. The Lalita Sahasranama, the 1,000 names of Devi, describes the spectacular glory of Meenakshi's darshan. She is called as Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha, she who has the radiance of 1,000 suns. Here we are witnessing in the procession led by the elephants of the temple. The Gaja is the royal elephants that lead the procession always in Madurai. We have prepared in Kailasa and Madurai the traditional Mandagapada offering to Devi Meenakshi and Samasandaresh Swami. The Mandagapada offering is a variety of offerings traditionally given to an honored guest who comes. The Utsava Vigrahas of the temple every day in this Brahmotsavam grace on a different Vahana and give the darshan to all of the people who gather. Millions of pilgrims flock to the temple to see Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara, especially in the month of Chithirai, wearing the traditional attire and awaiting eagerly for their Lord and their mother, cosmic mother, Meenakshi Devi. Meenakshi Devi is described as the one who has radiance of 1,000 suns. Just how the sun dispels all the darkness in the night, having the darshan of the Meenakshi Devi will now dispel all of our sorrow and bestow the most auspicious blessings. The Chithirai Peruvizha Brahmotsavam is a celebration of the life and glory of Devi Meenakshi Paramashiva Shakti, the cosmic mother herself and the queen of the Pandya Madurai Samrajya, who ruled along with Somasundareshwara Bhagavan Paramashiva. They both established the very Dvadashanta Shyamala Pita Sarvajna Pita. Today, we are witnessing the Amman Sannidhi street just adjacent to the entrance of the Meenakshi temple. The Utsava Vigrahas of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara grace the streets of Madurai twice a day in the Brahmotsavam. Devotees flock, and those fortunate ones who live on these very streets anticipate all day to have the darshan of their Lord and Mother. The city reverberates with festivities, and the economy goes through a huge positive shift in this very festive season. All the best merchandise and offerings are served to the deities, devotees, and newcomers. Today, we are going to witness Somasundareshwara gracing on the Swarna Kailasa Vahana. This is the Leela of Ravana Anugraha. Once, when Ravana was flying back to his abode, after defeating his brother Kubera, his Pushpaka Vimana, the flying saucer, the flying object that he flies around in, stopped on a mountain. Ravana gets down and meets Nandi, Paramashiva's mount, who tells him that he cannot fly over the mountain Kailasa. Paramashiva and Parvati's abode and disturb them. Ravana gets angry and insults Nandi, and Nandi in return curses Ravana and tells him that he will be destroyed by monkeys. His ego gets to the better of him. Ravana, who is in fact an adherent devotee of Paramashiva, but he decides to go with his ego and starts shaking the mountain of Kailasa and attempting to uproot it. This frightens Parvati Devi. Paramashiva then pressed down the mountain with his big toe and this trapped Ravana underneath the mountain for about 1,000 years. Ravana then becomes devoted to Paramashiva again. He melts and he starts singing the praises of Paramashiva. His devotion is immortalized when the Kailasa Vahana Seva is offered to Sundareshwara Swami. along with the Periyavide Amman, Somasundareshwara is now about to grace all of us on this magnificent large vehicle of Kailasa Vahana. Meenakshi is also going to grace us on the Swarna Kamadhenu Vahana, the celestial wish-fulfilling cow. Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara established the Madurai Adinam eons ago, and the lineage has been kept alive for thousands of years. The Adinams are the traditional monastic orders that are there for all Shiva temples. The Adinam's rare and sacred lineage of pontiffs has been systematically carried over in an unbroken progression for ages. The chosen emissaries of Paramashiva and Devi, the Mahasannidhanams of Madurai, are the direct representatives of the cosmos. This lineage of Guru Mahasannidhanams were entrusted with the responsibility of training and grooming the kings in administration, constitution, and governance, and they were also acting as regents. They also performed the spiritual initiations on the kings and the citizens of the kingdom, imparting the enlightenment science to them. The unbroken lineage has 283 pontiffs, whose inheritor is none other than the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. In the national anthem of Kailasa, the Biravali, we address the supreme pontiff as the Kailasonnata Dwadashanta Shyamala Pitha Ruda. Dwadashanta is the place where Paramashiva resides and rules the whole cosmos in Kailasa. As Shyamala Pitha, the one who has ascended the Madurai Adhinam Shyamala Pitam, which is called the Pitam that is established by Devi Meenakshi, the incarnation of Shyamala Devi. The Supreme Pontiff has revealed the divine vision of the Shyamala Pita Sarvagna Pita. He has blessed Nithyanadana to be continuously happening in Kailasa and Madurai, serving the devotees of Madurai. Here, during the Chithirai month, in Madurai, thousands of devotees come through the Amman Sannidhi street seeking the darshan. We can now see that the procession of the Panchamurtis of the Madurai temple is going to begin. Here we are witnessing now Ganapati, Mahaganapati, who leads the procession of the Panchamurtis. We are offering the Mandagapada, the flower garlands and puja to Mahaganapati as he stops here before the gates of Kailasa in Madurai. Following Mahaganapati, Subramanya Swami is the second deity in the Panchamurti, the 5 deities that go around in the procession. This pantheon of deities goes around every day, twice a day, gracing the streets of Madurai. Following Subramanya, we'll be having the grace and darshan of Meenakshi Devi. We are so fortunate to be right before the entrance of the temple, being the first ones to witness the very darshan of Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara. the new astrams, various fruits, and the flower garlands of various colors are offered to Somasundareshwara and Meenakshi. We are now witnessing Devi Meenakshi in the distance, gracing. No, she's on Kamadenu, that's Kamadenu Vahana. Kamadenu is the wish-fulfilling cow, the celestial cow that grants all the wishes to the devotees. Whatever it is you wish, the cow will produce and give it to you. All these celestial beings are real, and we can connect with them, especially in these moments, under the grace and blessings of Meenakshi Devi and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. When we have the darshan of Meenakshi Devi on these vahanas, she is blessing us all and showering us all with the blessings of Kamadenu. The deities of Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara are carried by shoulder by the devotees who live in the city of Madurai. All year they anticipate offering this seva to their deities, their Divine Mother Meenakshi. They anticipate and wait to do the seva to her. Carrying her on their shoulders is a privilege that they would have waited lifetimes for. We are so fortunate to have the darshan today of Devi Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara live from Kailasa in Madurai. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, had revealed about his avatarana, his incarnationhood, as being the reincarnation of Meenakshi herself. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, his biomemory is Meenakshi herself. He has revealed that to create the best ruler biomemory, the incarnation king biomemory, Meenakshi was the best queen. Now we are witnessing the paraphernalia that comes out of the Madurai temple with all the vadya, the Kailaya vadya, the trumpets and the drums and the perfumed sambrani smoke, as it creates a powerful ambience, a serene environment, but a powerful experience to witness the darshan of Meenakshi. The conches are blown and the damarus are struck. This is the temple ambience of Madurai. The flags of various deities are flung. We are now witnessing the Chitragopuram, the 5-storied Gopuram that is there before the Meenakshi Amman Sannidhi of the temple. The basic connection between Meenakshi Devi and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is a huge chunk of his biomemory is Meenakshi Devi, is derived from Meenakshi. The way she responds and the way she ruled and the way she administered, the way she created and maintained the whole Pandya civilization and the way she waged war, all these are Meenakshi strategies that we can clearly see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's life. He reveals that the way he makes decisions, the way he responds, is at least a few thousand years old and foolproof, time-tested and age-old. The way he rules, administers, and creates a system is age-old, time-tested, and has helped humanity for ages. We are now witnessing Samasandareshwara as he graces on the Kailasa Vahana, the Swarna Kailasa Vahana. Devotees gather around their Lord and offer continuously malas and offerings and their devotion at the feet of Samasandareshwara Swami. Calling again and again, the local and favorite name of Samasandareshwara Swami, Sokkanada. The devotees sing and wait for him eagerly to grace and give his darshan. The Ravanasana is having 10 heads, as Ravana is described in the Puranas with 10 heads, and the Veena, it is said in the moment when Ravana was experiencing devotion, it is said that he opened his own intestines, and with those strings he created a stringed instrument and sang the Tandava Stotram, the Shiva Tandava Stotram to Paramashiva. Meenakshi Devi, when she lived, was 8.5 feet tall, and Sundareshwara was 9 feet tall. Meenakshi Devi was born out of Agni, fire, and did not stay in the womb of her mother Kanchanamala. She came out of the Agni of the Putrakameshti Yagna performed by her father Malayadhvaja Pandian. She came as a 3-year-old girl out of the fire. Malayadhvaja, her father, brought her up just like a man, giving all the training necessary to rule a kingdom, including archery, horse riding, waging war, and all the methods, techniques, and methodology, and everything. Meenakshi mastered the 64 kalas at a young age itself in her preparation to rule the Pandya Desha. Meenakshi had a tall, well-built structure. Her skin radiated a green hue, and she was hence slightly green in complexion. She appeared out of the Agni with a third breast. As per the boon that she had requested from Paramashiva, the third breast stood as a reminder that she should marry the right person and have that person as a life partner. It is a symbol not to forget the purpose for which you assumed the body. As the responsibility of a queen, she started going around and conquering 54 communities. There were 54 settlements of human beings at that time, till the place in China. The 54 deshas were all conquered and came under the control of Meenakshi. Meenakshi Devi conquered all the deshas and finally came to Kailasa. In Kailasa, she conquered over Nandi himself. And then she came face to face with Paramashiva. When she came face to face with Paramashiva, the third breast disappeared and Paramashiva revealed the true identity and enlightenment hand. And Devi asked Paramashiva, I want to be with you and you to be with me. Then Paramashiva says, all right, let us rule and show how ruling has to be done. Paramashiva agrees and declares that he will bring all of Kailasa to Madurai. Meenakshi Devi at this moment puts a condition to Paramashiva, saying that you must not come to Madurai as a rishi or an ascetic. You should come very handsome. Paramashiva was then in the higher frequency. He assumed the human body as Sundareshwara, the handsome, beautiful being. And in Madurai, the marriage ceremony happened. In this Chithirai Brahmotsavam, we will be celebrating the marriage ceremony as the finale of this whole Brahmotsavam celebrations. The Digvijayam and the coronation of Meenakshi Devi will be celebrated on the 8th and 9th days respectively. When we witness these recreations of cosmological events, especially in the auspicious time in the Muhurtas when Meenakshi was married to Samasandareshwara, it was a cosmic wedding, a celestial wedding, where Prakriti meets Purusha, where Paramashiva Shakti weds Paramashiva. This cosmic union brings the divine and auspicious blessings for all the devatas of the cosmos. When we recreate these rituals and witness them, we have the opportunity to manifest the same events in our life, the same blessings and auspicious happenings in our lives. The Supreme Point revealed that all the Shiva Bhutas came to Madurai and built the city on the Meenakshi. Meenakshi Devi created a new humanity, a genetically transformed human beings in Madurai. The intelligence of Kailasa and the physical structure of the Dravidian civilization mixed and a new civilization evolved in Madurai. We are now witnessing here in Madurai, Kailasa and Madurai, as Somasundareshwara Swami has arrived at the gates of our Adinam. We are offering him the Mandagapada, the traditional flower garlands, and the Nutana Vastra, the new Vastras are offered to him. We pray for all the auspicious blessings and offer our devotion and worship at his divine lotus feet. Sokanada is receiving all of our offerings. The priest of the Madurai temple offered a mala, and Aarti is now being offered to Sokanada in Kailasa, Madurai. Meenakshi Devi, the Utsava Vigraha, Meenakshi herself is coming, decorated with all the offerings of the lotus garlands, the jasmine garlands, the sampanga flowers, surrounded by such beauty and grace. Meenakshi Devi is gracing here in Kailasa, Madurai. As Meenakshi graces in Kailasa, Madurai, we will now be beginning the procession here in Adi Kailasa, Bangalore.
सततं नमः नमः प्रकृत्यै भद्रायै नियता प्रणता स्मृताम् रौद्रायै नमो नित्यायै गौर्यै धात्रे नमो नमः ज्योत्स्नायै चेन्दुर् नमः कल्याण्ये प्रणतां वृद्ध्यै सिद्ध्यै कूर्मो नमो नमः नैऋत्ये भूभृतां लक्ष्मी शर्वाण्ये ते नमो नमः श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि
We are now witnessing in Kailasa, Madurai, Chandikeshwara Swami, the Chief Accountant and Integrity Officer of Kailasa, receiving the Mandagapadi and the flower garlands. Devotees flock before Kailasa, Madurai, witnessing the grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva, and partaking in the free meals, the Nithyanandanam service. Hundreds of thousands of devotees comes through the Amman street in Madurai, participating in the festivities. Full free meals are given in Kailasa, Madurai, to all the devotees who come and partake the food. We had just now we had the beautiful darshan of Samasandaresh Swami and Meenakshi Devi herself here in Adi Kailas. The Utsava Vigrahas of Somasundareshwara and Meenakshi are going in a procession around the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya. It is tradition that these celebrative deities come around and come to your very house and receive your worship. The deities are normally three in forms in the temple, with the Moola Vigrahas gracing and accepting all of our worship in the form of Archana and Puja. Then the Utsava Vigrahas of the deity who come around to our home and accept our love and devotion, as well as the third type of deities who are the Bhogamurtis who receive 7 times 7 Kala Pujas in the temple, offering various foods, offering the service of putting them to bed, and the Suprabhata Seva of waking them up. Living with the deities is the temple ambience that we experience in Kailasa. This age-old tradition is being revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in Kailasa, in all of our Kailasas, Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayas around the world. We'll now witness the Deeparadhana here in Adi Kailasa to the deities of Somasundareshwara Swami and Meenakshi Devi.
Namo Devyai Mahadevyai Shivaye Satatam Namaha Namah Prakrityai Bhadraye Niyata Pranata Smratam रौद्रायै नमो नित्यायै गौर्यै धात्रे नमो नमः ज्योत्स्नायै चेन्दुरूपिण्यै सुखायै सततं नमः कल्याण्यै शरण्यै प्रणतावृद्ध्यै सिद्ध्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः नैऋत्यै भूभृतां लक्ष्म्यै शर्वाण्यै ते नमो नमः श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि
We are witnessing in Kailasa, Madurai, the Nithyananda service offered to all the devotees flocking to accept the free meals. They are all also witnessing the satsang that we are watching and having the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as they accept their meals. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has blessed Kailasa in Madurai to be giving the Nithyananda to all the devotees who come, distributing free meals to the devoted pilgrims who come to Madurai in millions. The Annadana service is described in the scriptures as one of the highest punya that you can offer. This is the very prasada of Sokanada and Meenakshi Devi. The Supreme Pontiff has blessed meals to be having 11 items in number and give them continuously serving meals and giving them free food. The food that is being offered to all the devotees is the prasada of Sundareshwara in Meenakshi. It gives tremendous blessings and healing when anyone partakes this food. We will now witness the Deeparadhana again in Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru.
शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते सृष्टिस्थिति विनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातने गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि
Food is the basic constituent of life. Meenakshi and Sundareshwara established free Annadana eons ago, and this service is continued by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, adhering to the Mahakasha. example of that same reviving. The grand and great undertaking of such a huge work of building a nation in the modern day is only possible by the one who has the very bio-memory of Meenakshi Devi herself. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has proved through the powerful vision and manifestation of Kailasa, the only Hindu nation, that he is the choicest leader that Meenakshi Devi was in Madurai. Meenakshi created a whole new civilization with Sundareshwara, and the whole thing is again being created in Kailasa today before our very eyes. We will now offer the final Deepa Aradhana here in Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru.
श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव श्री मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षान्धारयामि।
Today, here in Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya at Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvajna Pita, the Utsava Vigraha of Meenakshi Paramashiva Shakti is gracing on the Kamadhenu Vahana, the celestial wish-fulfilling cow, and the Utsava Vigraha of Bhagavan Somasundareshwara and Devi Piriyavide Amman are gracing on the Swarna Rishabha Vahana. We are also graced by the Utsava Vigraha of Mahamari Amman on this occasion of the 26th day of the Pachai Patni Vratam, and the Utsava Vigraha of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is also gracing the Alankaram as Meenakshi Devi. With great pride and privilege, we are grateful that our beloved Bhagavan, the very manifestation of Meenakshi Paramashiva Shakti and Bhagavan Soundareshwara Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is officiating this Brahmotsavam. All the festivals, rituals and homas and Brahmotsavas here in Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya at Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvajna Pita are micromanaged by the Supreme Pontiff himself and are performed by his third eye awakened disciples strictly as per Vedas and Agamas, the source scriptures of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. In the auspicious presence of our beloved Bhagavan, the ultimate manifestation, Paramavatara of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, on the auspicious occasion of the third day celebrations of Chithirai Peruvizha Brahmotsavam, we now offer our sincere worship at the feet of Devi Meenakshi Paramashiva Shakti, Bhagavan Somasundareshwara, Devi Piriyavide Amman, and Devi Mahamari, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, and seek their grace and blessings.
ब्रह्म विष्णुमरेशाभिवन्यां शिवध्यानरत्नां शिवज्ञानमूर्तिं शिवाख्यां भक्ते पाण्ड्यपालां शिवादिस्फुरत् पञ्चमञ्चाधिरूढां धनुर्बाणपाशाकुशोद्भासि हस्ताम् नवीनाकवर्णां नवीनेतुचूडां परब्रह्मपत्नीं भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम् किरीटाङ्गदोद्भासि माङ्गल्यसूत्रां स्फुरन्मेखलाहारताटङ्गभूषाम् परामन्त्रकां पाण्ड्यसिंहासनस्थां परन्धामरूपां भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम् धूर्वधुर्वधुर्वन्तं धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वतितं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वं देवानामसि सस्मितमं पप्रितमं जुष्टतमं वह्नितमं देवहूतममहृतमसि हविर्धानं त्रिगुंहस्वमाह्वा मित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्षे माभिर्मा संविद्धामा त्वा हि गुंशिषम्। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री इंद्राक्षी देव्यै नमो नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। स्वजातवेदोपघ्निर्निरृतिं मम पशोगुश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानो हि गुंसि जातवेदो गामश्वं पुरुषं जगते अभिभ्रदग्न आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातया। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री इंद्राक्षी देव्यै नमो नमः। दीपं संदर्शयामि। मधुवातारतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुदोषसि मधुमत्वार्धिगुं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमानो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुम् अस्तु सूर्यः मा दीर्घावो भवन्तु नः। मधु मधु मधु। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देव्यै नमो नमः। अमृतं श्री इंद्राक्षी देव्यै नमो नमः। अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि।
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातने गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्य देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते।
श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। श्री इंद्राक्षी देव्यै नमो नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि, रक्षान्धरयामि। शोणाद्रीशावताराय
ज्योतिस्तंभस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मूलरूपाय परशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम्। परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम्। त्वं स्मृतमहं धन्य मम प्राणमहेश्वर गंगाधर नामेति स्तोत्रस्थानं ददाम्यहम्।
Thank you for joining us for the evening rituals on the third day celebrations of Chithirai Peruvizha Brahmotsavam. The Meenakshi Brahmotsavam celebrations will continue tomorrow morning with yet another grand procession and puja. We invite you tomorrow morning for the fourth day celebrations of the Chithirai Peruvizha Brahmotsavam. Thank you. Nithyanandam.
Guru Paramparam.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
சத்தியம் காத்திடும் உத்தமத்தியே சத்குருவாய் வந்த நித்திய தாயே வேதங்கள் வணங்கிடும் ஆதியும் நீயே ஜோதிமலையிலே அவதரித்தாயே அவனியை பேணும் ஞானமும் நீயே அக்னி வடிவிலே அருள் புரிந்தாயே பூதங்கள் ஐந்தையும் ஈன்றவள் நீயே அழல் உருவாகவே ஈன்ற
நித்யானந்தேஸ்வர பரமசிவ சமாரம்பாம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி பரமசிவ சக்தி மத்யமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சார்ய பர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Kartas, manifestors, Sarovarityahis, Shrimahans, Mahants, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, e-diplomats, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Astreshwaras. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today, International World Health Day. As per United Nations, World Health Day is celebrated all over the world. So we have 5 distinguished, important people who contributed to the world in the field of health. Kailasa is honored to give Kailasa Shushruta Award for the 5 distinguished, important dignitaries. I thank all the 5 for doing what you are doing, for being who you are, and your contribution to the world. Thank you, Dr. Nina Gosrog, Specialist Neurology in the Department of Neurosurgery in Slovenia, Miss Rihanna Harilal, Founder and President of Voice of Lupus Foundation, Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago. I thank each one of you for being who you are and doing what you are doing. Thank you for being here. And Mr. Lin Guozheng, political researcher and lecturer on democracy and rule of law at Michigan Mingxuan University, Taiwan. Thank you for doing what you are doing, and thank you for being here. And I feel honored to give you all the Kailasa Shushruta Award. One more. And there are few more important persons also received Kailasa Shushruta Award today. I thank all of you for doing what you are doing to the world and for being who you are. Thank you. There are only 3 names, but one more. And Miss Chavag Joseph, founder and president of the Just Because Foundation, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you for being here and thank you for doing what you are doing. Thank you for being who you are. So now, I thank all those dignitaries who received the Kailasa Sushruta Award today. Paramashiva's direct message from Mahakailasa. Listen. Chidrambara, the arena of the cosmic dance, is living space. Understand? Modern day scientists, with their human mind, are able to understand about space only now, too little and too late. Understand? They are trying to understand space. Modern day scientists are trying to understand space. What they understood till now, too little and too late. Thousands of years before, Hindus had a clear understanding about what is space. Space is living existence, living entity. I should say closer to consciousness. Space is very closer to consciousness. I'll give you some of the important, powerful cognitions about space. Just if you internalize this, you can use the power of space in your day-to-day life in a very practical way, simple and very practical way. First, space is a living entity. It's not emptiness, it's not dead, it is living. Second, it is very close to consciousness. Third, the space you are carrying inside you, where the thoughts manifest, is directly connected to the space where this universe is established. Chitakasha, your conscious inner space, is directly connected to Mahakasha, where this universe is established. The space where this universe is established is directly connected to the space, your inner space where you are established. It means you have absolute ability to influence, inspire, directly intervene with the outer space on which the world is established. Any mass has a power to influence the space. When you are able to influence space through which you can influence anything which is established in the space, and just by sheer power of thoughts, you can raise, lower your mass through which you can influence the space, through which you can influence anything established in the space. Please understand. When you meditate on cognize something very heavy, higher than your brain can grasp, your space becomes powerful. That can influence the space outside, and anything established in the space outside. I'll repeat. Very recently, modern day scientists are trying to understand how to influence the space, how space can be manipulated to make our lives more comfortable and better. But thousands and thousands of years ago, Hindus had clear knowledge. This time-space balancing itself, and the speed of the light is constant, and the continuum of time-space balancing itself almost like eternal. All these are known to Hindus long before, thousands and thousands of years before. I'll add some more truths. Thoughts can travel using space as medium. Anything which has a mass can influence space, through that can influence anything established in the space. Let me be more clear and straight. Just through your thought, power of cognition, the power of your inner space, Chidrambara, you can influence anything established in the space, whether sun or the moon or the universe or the black hole or the Big Bang, anything established. in the space can be influenced through the power of your inner space. Contemplate on this. I have come down from Samadhi, brought these few important truths for all of you to chew. Internalize this. I'll expand on this in further satsangs. After the Darshan of Sundareshwara and Meenakshi, again, I'm feeling intensely expanded and getting into Samadhi. But I sat for satsang just to honor the guests who are here to receive the Kailasa Shushruta award. So once again, I wanted to thank Dr. Nina Gosrog and Miss Reena Harilal and Miss Chawang Joseph, Mr. Lin Guzon, Go Singh, all four. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing what you are doing. Thank you for being who you are. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam Paramadvaitam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
नित्यानंदेश्वरी नित्यानंदतिये नित्यानंदेश्वरी नित्यानंदतिये नित्यानंदेश्वरी नित्यानंदतिये नित्यानंदेश्वरी नित्यानंदतिये नित्यानंदेश्वरी
Nithyanandam, Jnanapadati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. Science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana.
त्यक्त्वा विनिक्षिपेत् तुल्यं तक्षणात् गत्वा तल्लया तन्मयो भवेत्.
Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully explains, just fix your sight through the power of third eye inside a pot or any other object with a single pointed awareness, dropping the idea of that object having the length, breadth, enclosure, characteristics, forms, shapes, support. At that very moment, the yogi, having absorbed into the depth of the object, instantaneously enters into the space uniting with the object, and absorption into the complete oneness happens. Bhagavan Paramashiva gives the ultimate science in a very simple, practical solution. How he says the Chitakasha, how we are as a matter, jata, the weight, what we know as thoughts. And when the thought in the inner space starts happening, which can influence the outer space and the objects in the outer space where the materialistic world is connected. It's like we are all connected to the same screen, and simply whatever we do on the screen from our end is also connected to the screen on the other side, and it is how it is seen. How you have a Zoom session and you're also there, and the screen that I'm projecting is seen by you also and many others, and whatever I am putting in here is being seen by everyone. Bhagavan beautifully says that the thought, what you carry, has such a power. Then why every thought doesn't become reality? That is where we are missing the whole point of what we are projecting. We ourselves are continuously deluding ourselves, which we do not have the strength to project it on the screen. What we are always doing is having the consciousness, having the delusion of length, characteristics, breadth, enclosure, form, shapes, whatever we have the knowledge, impression, and ideas and opinions, which is the reason why it is not projected in the same way as what we want. But the pure intention, the sankalpa, the thought that we have, when we are very clear that the whole space starts shifting to make it as reality. For example, when we go to sleep, the minute we are going to sleep, we are able to project whatever the thought is, and we see that as a physical reality. And we see in so many different time and space, we are able to play with the time and space in the dream. But when we wake up, because of our identity, which we think is not possible, we start manifesting only what we are deluded into. But when we drop all the identity at Bhagavan's lotus feet and understand that Paramashiva is manifesting all this great science through me, in that context, if I hold any of the thought, it simply becomes a reality, because Paramashiva is projecting the whole science. How? When Arjuna, Narayana, he was so much with Krishna that he believed every word of Krishna, but he was challenged when he had to kill his own cousin brothers or his grandfather or his guru. And he said, how can I do that? And that is not what I want. And Krishna showed the Vishwarupa Darshana, where he understood everything that exists is Parandama. And Parandama is simply using a tool called Arjuna to manifest the whole reality. When he came into that beautiful space of understanding, he was able to manifest any of his thought into reality and simply manifest all the war into the successful manifestation of what Krishna wanted to do. Bhagavan beautifully says how this higher reality, how we can project it, all our desires will become complete and possible when we understand that Paramashiva is who is manifesting all the greater truth, and Paramashiva is experiencing all the greater truth into the physical reality. Bhagavan Paramashiva gives us Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, where these two, Nalakurvara and Manigriva, both were very well off, and they was devas, and they became so rich, and they started getting greedy about the richness and the arrogance, the pride that they carried. When Narada Muni visited them, they did not even respect Narada Muni. And Narada Muni cursed them to become dull, unconscious as a tree, because trees or the rock does not have so much of consciousness as a human being. In human body is given for us to experience the ultimate reality, but we do not use it for the right purpose. Then we are lowered into the being as an animal or as a dull, unconscious tree. Because more and more we are not using the right consciousness for right things, then we are deluding ourselves into lower states of existence. And that is what these two did. And Krishna, Parandama, came and liberated, and they were called Yamala Arjuna tree, and they were liberated, and then they understood what they were deluded into and came back to their senses of being in the oneness with Parandama. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10. Even as a tree, they understand all this greater truth. How Bhagavan beautifully says, even the water crystals have all the that it understands. Even if you put the thought on a water or a plant saying, I love you, I care for you, and that grows so beautifully. Anybody can test it. One plant completely with all the love that you create, and one plant starts shouting continuously. After 15 days, you see either one plant dies off or it doesn't grow, and the plant you are in so much love with starts growing and flowering so beautiful. In Adi Kailash, the Balasans are given a rose plant to talk every day so that the thorns wither off, showing that the thorns are not required because they don't have any violence in their inner space. And they offer those flowers to Bhagwan's Pada Puja. Here you can see how the water crystal, Dr. Emoto, has done a complete research. How even the water crystal, if one crystal can form such beautiful shapes in our body, how the frequency would be with the crystals that we have in our body. The more and more beautiful crystals will manifest the beautiful space for us. That space resonate with the space outside and create and attract the same love and honesty and the bliss from the outside world, and creating the right relationship, right auspiciousness, and right abundance. Clearly, it shows what is that we carry inside us is what we are resonating with the outside world, which is creating more and more compassion and love. And ultimately, when you are in the Paramashiva space, you are creating ultimate auspiciousness, getting into the higher time zones and vertical time zones and higher reality. Now, today we are going to work with the plants. Plants are so sensitive, like it is there clearly demonstrated by many scientific detail, that if you have number of plants and if you cut one of the plant and you leave, the next neighboring plant can even recognize who cut it. Clearly, it points out who cuts it because it remembers all this memory. Same way, plants in your house respond to you very clearly. So if you have some dried leaves from the plants that you are growing in your garden, you can bring those leaves, or you have some fruit or vegetable which have dried up, you can keep that also. What we are going to make is the brown leaf into green. You can take some pictures of these leaves and whatever you kept, and once you take the picture, you can put your recording on. You can apply the Jnananjan on your third eye and your temples, and on the leaf also you can apply, and you can take a picture of that, and after that put away everything and let's experience the deep oneness, Bhagwan's beautiful space of just darshan we had, and melting into that space of Paramashiva, you will experience into physical reality of manifesting powers. Now sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. For few minutes, all of us collectively can create such a beautiful resonating frequency to experience this greater reality. Bring yourself into the bhava. Paramashiva is real and he just appeared for us. Visualize yourself with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Clearly see your eyes and your heads, that it is on your neck and you can feel it very clearly. Sitting as Paramashiva, Parandama, whoever your Ishtadevata is, melting into that space in deep gratitude, in deep oneness, understanding that deep healing starts happening in all of us when we are in the space of oneness with Paramashiva. The regeneration of each of the cells will start carrying Paramashiva as the blueprint instead of all the pain and all that we are carrying constantly. More and more you dissolve yourself into the space of Paramashiva, you become Paramashiva. Now let's all hold the space of Paramashiva's deep oneness space, chanting the Mahavakya intensely and connecting to Paramashiva with deep gratitude and manifesting the power of nature, changing the brown leaf into green. Let's start.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes, and whatever Paramashiva has shown, please go ahead and share it in the tinyurl.com/powermanifestation or in your social media. Enriching and causing the world directly, you can experience more and more power manifestation. Contributing to others' life is the shortest way to experience the highest enlightenment and highest possibilities, because more and more you contribute to others, you start recognizing yourself as Paramashiva in each one of them and experiencing the deep oneness. Like how you eat a food, it's not just for your tongue, you know, it's for your liver, brain, and body. Same way, you will start understanding that whenever you enrich and cause others, is more and more, it's not you raising them, but you are raising yourself in different parts of you. And more you are experiencing the deeper and deeper oneness with Paramashiva. So go ahead, share all this truth, like, share, and hashtag Paramashivam Shakshi Brahmana, hashtag Nithyananda, hashtag Kailasa, hashtag Pa Manifestation. Make sure you are liking and viewing others' posts. Also, all this great experience that Bhagavan Paramashiva is downloading in us to show that manifestation is a way of existence, not manipulation. Go on constantly experience all this in the physical reality. Powerful cognition is power manifestation. Shakti as Buddhi and Buddhi as Shakti. So go ahead, share your powerful cognition, power manifestation experiences, the pictures that you have taken of the leaf. Please go ahead and share and enrich and cause the world to more and more in the space of oneness with Paramashiva. Now let's surrender all this greater truth and power manifestation at Bhagwan's lotus feet in deep gratitude, thanking Bhagwan for showering all this truth and experiences every single day for each one of us. And thanking all of you in all the social media manifesting the powers of Paramashiva and beautifully experiencing the oneness and sharing all this greater truth to the reality. More and more the experience that we are having. Now, thanking all of you in all the social media, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva with the deep gratitude and oneness. Let's all end the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much and see you after the next darshan or satsang in more power manifestation sessions. Nithyanandam.